Hey y'all, welcome back to the kitchen. Getting ready to do some dinner. I've been gone for a little bit, a little impromptu mini vacation, just taking a couple of days off. But we are back in the kitchen. If you saw some of the videos, we didn't miss any food, that is for sure. So yeah, gonna do some dinner tonight, y'all. Just real quick, I'm gonna do some cabbage tonight. Just something, you know, a little something to fill your belly, you know, nothing too crazy. It's midweek and just trying to make sure that we don't go hungry. It's all right, so I'm doing some cabbage tonight. Steam up some cabbage, some nice rice. I'm gonna fry some plantain. And I'm gonna use a little bit of my Impossible sausage. Go ahead and cook that down in some gravy. I have a little piece of garlic bread on the side, and I do mean like, you know, just a little something, something. Nothing spectacular. But that's going to be dinner tonight. So it's all about the cabbage this evening. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my onions and peppers, all those things ready. Get those sauteed, my oil ready. It's piping hot. So we're going to throw some onions in here. I got some scallion. Got some red onion. Let me show you what I got. You know, I have to show you what I'm doing. I got some thyme. I got a little bit of red onion left over, so we're going to use that. And I also have a yellow onion here. I have some scallion. I got some green pepper. We're going to use that for our base as far as our herbs. And then, of course, you know, we're going to give it some love with a little bit of seasoning, right? All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get those onions cut up. We're going to get dinner going tonight. Look here. You know, I'm off my rhythm. I forgot to put my mic on, y'all. So I really hope you can hear me. Man, I tell you, it's been exciting. Well, done a little bit of cooking. You know, me and my husband took a couple days, like I said. You know, vacation didn't go the way we planned it, but hey, it's all good. We still took time off to enjoy ourselves and enjoy each other's company and hung out with a couple of family members, you know. Make it all exciting. But for me, back to work. Yeah, so it's all good. So tonight's dinner, look here. I'm gonna make this nice and quick this evening. We don't want to be in here all night because, again, you know, just want to get things done and ready to go and get fed and make things nice and smooth for dinner, right? Right. All right, so I'm finished cutting up these onions. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Tell you, they go by so fast. You just, one minute you starting on Monday and the next minute you already looking at Friday coming and you don't know what to do. I think we're getting some rain outside. I hear a little wind back here going, blowing. My ring keep going off, but we inside, so we all right. Nice and dry. All right. Now listen, you know me and the onions. We got this love-hate relationship. I love them so much. But I tell you, if I start crying, hey, my apologies if I have to step away for a minute, because, you know, this back-to-back here. Got the red and the yellow and the green onion. Ooh. Triple trouble. But that don't stop nothing in the kitchen, right? Don't stop nothing. Gonna get this thing done. Look here, y'all. Tell you about me being off my rhythm. I don't even have not one spoon up here to stir nothing with. You see what I'm saying? Oh, let me get myself back together. Not one spoon up here. Not one cooking utensil. Nothing. I guess I'm going to mix it with my hand today. Let me get these peppers cut up and then we can stir up something. I'll tell you the truth. Off for a couple of days and just forgot what to do. But the food going to taste good. You better believe that. One more pepper to go. Then let me find me a spoon to stir this up with. So we're not looking crazy in here. All right, so green peppers down. Now, typically, you know, I like to prep my food beforehand, so we just throwing everything in the pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my cabbage here in a minute while everything's sauteing on low because I don't want this to burn. However, the onions and peppers I'm using for my impossible sausage, those are like cooking, okay? Then I'm put this rice on, and we're gonna have us a lovely dinner, y'all. That's how we do. That's how we do. All right, so let's clear up some of this here. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and cut up this cabbage. The impossible sausage will go in there. Now, today I am taking all of it out of the casing. I'm not using any of it just to get just that crumble. I want a little bit of crumble, a little bit of crunch, some texture. So we're gonna take it out of the casing today, okay? So let's get the cabbage cut up first so I can clear off most of my space, and then we're gonna go ahead and tackle that impossible sausage, okay? Now, these leaves right here, I'll show y'all what I'm doing with those tomorrow. I wanted to do some stuffed cabbage, but I don't want to make a whole lot. I want like a lunch portion. So these 3 beautiful green leaves, I'm going to wash these and keep these for tomorrow. Whatever I have left over in my sausage, I'm going to stuff them and put them in the oven and cook these tomorrow for lunch. So that'll be a leftover idea, okay? All right. Let's get to cutting on this cabbage. Now, I don't want all of this, so I'm going to do about half of this cabbage. This is a nice little head. Take those leaves too. So we're going to just cut our cabbage. I want to bring you a little bit closer, but I'll show you how I'm cutting it. Like little ribbons. See here? Just like that. That's how we want to cut it, okay? I tend to sometimes, if I'm being lazy, I'll cut up chunks. But I've learned that, you know, this is a little bit easier. It maneuvers better, it stirs better in the pot, and it cooks easy. So we're just gonna cut that all the way through. I might cut a little bit more. It's a big plane going over my house. I might cut a little bit more just to make sure I have enough, because you know, it's just like spinach. Once you cook it down, it's gone. It looks like a lot if they fill up the pot, but once that steam hit it, it's gone. It disappears. So I may cut a little bit more because that wasn't actually half. So still cutting ribbons. We cut off some of this. So when you see it, you just shred. Just like that, y'all. Okay. You want it to shred just like that. I have a little trash bag up here for extra stuff that don't need to go in our pots tonight. All right. So that's that. I'm cutting it a little bit more. Let me grab a spoon here because I don't want my seasonings to get all crazy. Little pepper got in my nose. Some green pepper and some onion. Let's show y'all this pot. Look at that. Yes. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because I do want this to continue to cook. However, I don't want this to burn or caramelize too much until I'm actually ready to drop that impossible sausage in there, okay? We're still working with the same thing here, so I'm going to use the same spoon over here. Now, this is for our cabbage, okay? Notice how this is cooking a little bit slower because we're not actually ready to drop anything in there yet, okay? So we're going to turn this down just a little bit for our impossible sausage because, like I said, I don't want that to cook too fast. I do want it to cook, but not too fast. We're almost ready for it. All right, so see that there? Get the rest of this cut up, and once I get this washed and ready to go, then we can drop that right in there. and get that to steaming. All right. That's our lovely cabbage. See it here? Nice and shredded. So we're gonna wash that. I'm gonna get some vinegar, wash this in some vinegar water. I would love to take y'all with me, but I'm gonna let you park here for just 1 second. I'll get this in some vinegar water and get it nice and clean, and I'll be right back. Grab my vinegar. Okay, now while that's soaking, I'm gonna go ahead and get this sausage in here because I really want this to go ahead and start cooking. And then we're gonna put that rice on, okay? Let me wipe off my cutting board because I don't want cabbage in my sausage. Although that may not be a bad recipe there. Might be something else we'll bring to the kitchen. All right. Clean it up. All right, so Impossible sausage. If this is your first time watching me, this is Impossible sausage. I've cooked this in quite a few recipes. I've done it standalone, but I haven't recorded that. But it's 4 links to a package. This package typically feeds about 4 people, but the way I make it, I stretch it to 2 meals, okay? All right, the Impossible sausage comes in a vegetable casing. Now, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with this. The casing is edible, so for those that like to barbecue or do things on the grill, you can leave it in the casing and cook it just like that. And honestly, the way it's flavored, you don't really need to add a whole lot of seasoning to it. You can glaze it with a little barbecue sauce and throw it on the grill if you want. But the casing is absolutely edible. But I'm not using the casing tonight. We're gonna take it out of there, okay? All right, so here it is. Here's that vegetable casing. And then we're just gonna squeeze this right out of there. What I'm gonna do, let me wash my hands. I'll bring you down so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I have my smaller one here. Now, I smell those. Oh, that smells so good, y'all. Oof. You get a whiff of this. I wish we had smell-o-vision. All right, let me show you exactly what I'm doing with that casing. Okay, get you right in view. I think I got you in view. All right. So with that casing, all we're doing is taking it right out of there. We're just gonna squeeze, okay? Just squeeze it right out. And you can even peel it off. It comes off just like that, okay? The idea is to get everything out of there. It's fairly easy too. All right, just gonna take it and get it right out of there. We want all the contents, just like that. This is so good. I'm looking forward to taking some of this mixture and stuffing it in those cabbages tomorrow and putting it in the oven. I'm gonna have to pin them with some toothpicks. See if I can get them in there. This is the first time for me with the cabbage, so I'll let you guys know. I am gonna record it, what I'm doing for lunch tomorrow, and then that might become a staple recipe if it comes out really good. Let me wash my hands. All right, now let's see what we got going on here. Now we're just gonna break this up. The one thing I love about this is that it doesn't take a whole lot of time to cook. You can just make this, literally, you can let it slow cook if you want to. Once you break it down, that's really it. Now, what I'm gonna add to this, I have some very good garlic. I'm gonna add some of that seasoning in here, a little bit of onion powder and a little bit of complete. For gravy, I'm gonna put a little bit of tomato ketchup in here to make that base so it's nice and juicy. And then after that, we're gonna cover it and leave it alone. And for those that have been watching me, anytime I use anything with a tomato or a ketchup base, I add a little bit of sweetener, like jaggery powder. It's evaporated cane sugar. I use that to cut the acidity, okay? So that's what we're gonna do with that. Give me 1 second. All right, so complete. Gonna add that in there. A little bit of that. Leave that out. I have my onion powder. I'm a little liberal with onion powder. And then I have some very good garlic by Auntie Tab. It's salt free, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that in there. Okay. And then of course, a little pinch of black pepper. Can't have it without it. All right, that's that. Let's mix that around, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato ketchup in here. See how I'm breaking it down? I want little bits of chunks, but not, you know, look how that's browning already, y'all. Oh my God. I want some chunks, but I don't want it mush. I want some texture to this, okay? All right, now, a little bit of tomato ketchup. All right, that's that. And then I'm gonna add some water from my kettle. I'm gonna put that in there and then cover it up. Once it's cooked down to my liking, woo, y'all look at that. Nice bubbling. Once that's cooked down to my liking, then I'm gonna add a little bit of that jaggery powder, and that'll be it for that. Won't touch it no more. Okay, grab that. Let's put on our rice now. We need that in our lives. All right. Put this up. All right, we're gonna put the lid on that. Let that slow cook. One dish down, the next to go. Now our onions in here are very caramelized, which is really good for that cabbage. It's gonna give it some nice texture and flavor. As you can see, here they are. Nice and caramelized. I'm not even gonna move them. I'm gonna take my cabbage and throw it right on top of there. Turn up the heat, add some of that kettle water, and then we're in business. All right, because I don't want that cabbage dripping all over the place, because it is with some nice good water in there. I don't want it dripping everywhere, so I have my little stock pot right underneath it to catch that excess water. But we are going to turn this up and drop this right on in here. Told y'all I don't like to get hot. It is going down in here. Y'all, look at these caramelized onions. Look at them. golden brown. We're not done. We're gonna add some more now. All right, now once we have all of that in there, what I like to do is throw me a little bit of seasoning on top, because once I put that lid on, it's gonna start cooking anyway. So my complete goes across the top. Lots of black pepper, okay? Some onion powder. That kettle water, and then that's it. Now, cabbage makes its own water, so we don't have to babysit it. Just give it a stir every now and then, just checking on it to make sure it's all right. But this is it right here. Go ahead and put that lid on there and just let it steam down. Once it's nice and steamed, then that's it. It'll be ready to eat, okay? So let's clear up some of this mess up here. All right, y'all, next order of business. We're gonna go ahead and cook that rice because, you know, we just have to have rice with dinner, right? Right. So I already have my rice measured out. I have about 1.5 cups here of rice. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it real quick, and then we're gonna put it on the stove, okay? All right. Now, for those of you that have been watching me, you know, I just cook my rice, a little pat of butter, a little bit of seasoning, particularly just salt, and that's it. Sometimes I'll throw some thyme in there, but this time I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave it just like it is. One of these days I'll cook some rice and peas so you guys can see that, but today it's just a plain rice situation. Just trying to make sure we got some good solid dinner here, and that's what we're doing. So I just turned the rice on. I'm gonna put it on high because we have to let it boil first. I'm gonna add my butter, my onion powder, and my salt, and then we're gonna be done with that. Let me get me a spoon here that won't scratch up my non-stick. That cabbage is steaming, y'all. Let me check on it real quick. Looks so good. Ah, y'all come look at this. Yes. I'm not left-handed, but I'm trying, y'all. This cabbage looks so good. Sometimes I add a little hot pepper in there, but I may add a pinch of, I do have some hot pepper sauce. So, a little bit of Scotch bonnet. It worked just as well. Add just a little pinch. And I do mean a little pinch because this is hot. Just for taste and flavor. So good. All right, let's mix that around. I have to get some more of that. I've almost used it all. All right, y'all, cabbage is just about ready to go. Of course, we can turn it down low now. I want to taste something real quick. Just some of the juice to see how it's going. Oh, that's nice. Don't need nothing else to that. Just let it continue to cook on low. Leave that alone. Now, I'm going to come over here and switch lanes for just 1 second. But this is the time where I want to add my jaggery powder. See, now that that's cooked down some, we got some of the juices here. We can use that for some solid gravy, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get that jaggery powder in there, and that's what we're going to do with that. All right, let's grab that. Clear some of this trash up here. And if you don't know what jaggery powder is, it is evaporated sugar cane. This is used a lot in Indian dishes. I've said it over and over before. It just gives the dish a nice sweetness. It cuts some of that acidic. If you're using acidity, if you're using tomatoes or any type of tomato ketchup, or like in spaghetti sauce or pizza sauce or whatever, and you have issues with like heartburn or anything like that, you can use a sweetener to cut some of that acid down. Well, the onion's still in my nose. All right, so we put that in there. Jaggery powder's in. Stir that around a little bit. And that's what we're looking like, y'all. Look at this. Nice. And I could probably just sample this here and make sure everything's to my liking. Ooh, that is so good. All right, we can leave that on low. My, that's good. Oh man. Ooh. All right, let me add my butter to my rice. Okay. That's already starting to bubble up there. All right, let me get my onion powder in there. And I'm just gonna add some sea salt, and we're gonna be done with the rice. Actually, we're done with all our seasonings now, so I can put those things back in there. Get a little bit of sea salt here. Okay, that's that. Oh, pepper. Look how fast, you guys. Now we're just waiting on rice, of course, to cook, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start this heat over here for our plantain, and we'll be done with dinner. Look at that. No time. No time at all. You just have to get consistent with like ideas and think about all the things that you love to eat. You know, being vegetarian or vegan is not hard. It's just, you know, sometimes you may run out of ideas and you get tired of eating the same things over and over. And in those cases, that's what I'm here for. So when you have that, you just think about what you like to eat on Sunday dinner. And find that alternative. There's something out there for everything, okay? Most things are vegetables. They're the same across the board no matter what you're eating. And then rice, potatoes, you know, whatever starch you're using, a side salad. And then you find your meat substitute. That's it. That's really it, you know? It's not that hard. Now, combining the seasonings and stuff, I mean, I use what I've always cooked with. But I've added some different things to my kitchen, you know, just different flavors and stuff. I adventure too. So you just figure out what it is you like and just roll with that, right? Yeah. We put these away. Okay. All right, so I got more trash to clear out. I don't need this stuff anymore because that was my trash bag. Look at that steam. Whew. All right, let's put that on low because we don't want that to get too crazy. I don't want cabbage mush. All right. Now, for our wonderful plantain, I have a nice, good looking yellow plantain, and it looks so delicious. So I'm gonna slice this baby up and get that on here to fry. Let me rinse off my cutting board after cutting up that cabbage, because I don't want any of that flavor on my nice banana. Now, whatever you fry your plantain with is totally up to you. I'm gonna use a little bit of grapeseed oil. Now, I do have some olive oil for sauteing and frying, but I'm gonna use my grapeseed oil. I'm just doing a little housekeeping here. Give me 1 second. I can't help myself. Making sure everything's all clear up here. All right, let me get my grapeseed oil. This little pan should be hot. I'm just using a little nice little pan. Turn that on here. By the time I get ready for that, it should be ready itself. All right. I see you, Rice. I see you. Ooh. The rice cooking up real good, y'all. Turn this way. Hello. Man, that cabbage smells awesome. Oh, heavens. It smells so good. Everything smells so good right now. All right, my pan's getting hot. Let's see if I can bring you back just a little bit. I don't want you too far away, because then you won't be able to hear me. All right, grapeseed oil going down. Okay, our rice is at a point where we can go ahead and cover it up. When it starts to boil like this here, it's just about ready, so you can just go ahead and cover it up and leave it alone. So that's what we're doing with that. One more look at our beautiful cabbage. Oh, have mercy. And then, look at this. So, last chap during this meal. I'm sorry, y'all got foggy. That's the second time I got you like that. But now we're getting ready for our plantain, okay? So, we want that oil to get hot and ready. Okay, so for my plantain, I usually cut mine at an angle, so that's how we're gonna cut them, just like that. And actually, I can come over here. I don't have to be over there anymore. We got plenty room. Move my garlic bread out the way. So I cut off both ends, and then I slice it right down the middle, just like that. Score it, peel that off. Smells so good. Big, beautiful plantain. Love them. Right at an angle, guys. Just like that. They fry better that way. We can bring you down too. You can take a peek at what I'm doing. No harm in it. It's all well and good here. Just like that. Cutting at an angle. All the way to the end. Try not to chop your finger off. Oh, this one's slippery now. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. All right, let's move these pieces out the way, because they won't be doing anything for us. Now, I believe my oil is ready. I'm gonna grab me some tongs because I don't want to put my fork in there. That is a non-stick pan, so I just want to make sure I don't scratch it up. I hear you, I hear you. Yes, all right. I smell it. Drop it right on in there. And you don't want these to cook too fast, so watch monitor your heat. So I'm gonna try to do an even batch. It's 5 in here. We got 5. We're gonna cook 5. Yes. Okay. Now I like to cook my plantain golden brown, so I always prepare a plate to put them on, so you get that excess oil off of it, and then I'll just cover them up when they're finished. Should have probably let that cook a little bit longer. But the idea is, I'm gonna flip them again. No worries, we're not cooking them like that. The idea is to get them a little golden brown. I want them this color, all of them that same color, a little bit darker. So that's what we're going for with the plantain, okay? And I'm also gonna preheat my oven for my garlic bread. Now that's just, garlic bread is an appetizer. Anytime you add food, it's an appetizer because bread is good with everything. And if you haven't picked up on it in my other videos, bread is a weakness of mine. So when I get it, I just eat it and then I'm done with it. Look at that, y'all. Nice, nice, nice. Turn it down just a little more. It smells so sweet. Oh my God. Now, I know plantain don't smell like honey, but to me, it smells like honey when they're cooking in that oil hit them. Whew. So this is my makeup side dish here for my husband because I have some avocado. If you haven't learned by now, if you haven't watched enough of my videos, we eat avocado with everything. I do have some, but they are not ready. So we gotta have something else, something. So we're gonna cook up this plantain, okay? We gotta give him something because that avocado is not ready, honey. And we gotta have it. Every meal, that avocado better be there. Pear must be there. And since we don't have it ready, I'm gonna give him a nice little substitute on the side. We're gonna do some plantain. There we go. This is the color I'm going for. We want that nice and golden. Okay. Everything's ready to go. That's hot now. Oh man. Whew. That smells wonderful, y'all. The view, the smell, man. This is a glorious day to be in the kitchen. It really is. All right, so now when our plantain gets to be a certain, at a certain temperature and certain look that I'm looking for, we're gonna go ahead and take them out, let them drain. And flip them one more time to make sure everything's all good here. And then we'll start on that next batch. Right and ready. Look at that, y'all. Perfect. Just like that. Look at that. Golden. So go ahead and cover those up. And then we're going to start on the next batch. Looks like our rice might be ready as well. Oh yeah, we can go ahead and turn that off. So just to give y'all a little drive-by, a little preview of what you're about to see on this plate. Hey, I don't make it up. I can't make this up. Like, look at this meal, y'all. Look at this. Got the plantain cooking. That glorious cabbage. Look at that rice. Look at what's already done. It don't get no better than this, y'all. That is dinner. You see this? Hey, I can't make it up. I just come in here and cook. I tell you, it's good. And for those of you that have tasted my cooking, you know I don't play. So, it doesn't take long. You can do it. You can do it. You really can. It don't take long at all. You just have to figure out what it is you like in the vegetable world. The fruit and veggie world. Once you figure out your favorite fruits and veggies, I promise you, this is nothing. You just go in there and cook it up. I have a stir fry, a veggie stir fry that I really love. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, but I do it with my kelp noodles, do it without the kelp noodles. You can mix up anything that you want. You just have to figure out what it is that you like and what you don't like, you know. And the way you're gonna find it out is if you experiment. That's really it. That's it. You may have tasted a vegetable when you were a kid and you can't stand it now, but you may have had something that you didn't like and you love it now, you know. So you just play around with it. That's really it. That's all it is, you know. So, hey, just get in the kitchen and experiment. Move around with some things, you know. All right. Oh, y'all. It's some good looking plantain. You know, listen, I know dinner is still cooking, but I got to steal me one because I love these so much and they hot. Woo. It's so juicy and sweet. Burning my finger. Let me get a napkin. Ooh, honey. Just being greedy because I couldn't wait for dinner. But this, oh my God. Love me some plantain. When some of that gravy, when that sausage get on here, man. I should have cooked another one because I can eat all that by myself. All right, y'all, we in here. Last batch going up. Oh, that was tasty. Make sure I wipe my mouth because I don't want y'all talking about me. So good. Now we're gonna take these off. That's dinner, y'all. So we had some nice homemade cabbage, nice impossible sausage and gravy. We got some plantain, we got some rice. We got a little bit of garlic bread on the side. Y'all wait till y'all see this plate. You're not playing around. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed cooking with me today. It was a nice retreat off this little days we took off, but now it's back to business. All right, so I'll see y'all with a plate here soon. Have a good evening.